না ট্রেডিং হচ্ছে।
We've seen this, not actually getting the spike down, even when they had control.
ইউটিউবে এই চ্যানেলটা খোল।
কোন চ্যানেলটা?
না আমি তোকে শেয়ারই করে দিচ্ছি লিংক।
আরে বল না, আমি এখন হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ খুলতে পারছি না, তুই বল, নাম বল।
আরে সেনপাই স্নাইপ লিখলেই চলে আসবে।
সেটা বল।
পেয়ে গেছিস? দেখ লাইভ।
And it's because the smoke duration popping on down, CNED having an angle, takes one, takes two. Just chipping away at the players on foot. And that just slashes them in half right there. After like completely on Kiwi going into this next one with the knives.
Exactly what I was looking at then. Obviously both Jets with their ults online. Really, if your team's playing eco, yes, lean into those knives. That's what I imagine we'll see Kiwi come charging out the gate with. A couple more ults not too far off online, but that means really we're about to rotate into this 3 or 4 round window where you are going to see 5, 6, 7, maybe even 8 ults starting to come online. It's going to be trade for trade between those.
This will be the first time Foot are really heavily playing through mid. It's been a lot of just those B walk-ups.
This
time
knife
with the red wall to try and guide them in. CNED's playing just behind it, outside of the Astra smoke. This will be a bit of a connector pinch play from Foot, getting a bit creative with that one. Coming on through, quickly traded, and Kiwi's ready for the sewer push.
Finds what he needs.
Knives
almost finding what he needed, but not quite finding the man. Gonna hard cut his way out here and get himself back in towards safety a little bit.
Get him, wingman.
They should be able to rotate off, but has to worry about these other two players off towards the left-hand side here. Means he could get pitched. Finds one, falling, taking that kill before Kiwi could find anything and get the reset.
Now 3 on 2, and they're holding their ground. Surely someone else is going to step in here.
Recalling my bot.
The two players on Na'Vi have read that it's going over to B. The Foot are pulling back now. There's no Killjoy utility left on the A site. That'll be simple for them to work through. They still have the smoke available that Moj can just throw up. Also an orb ready to go too. They can drop over in secret.
So Getsu's got the read as well. He was rotating back over, but you don't want to force your way in here 1 versus 3. We'll no doubt wait for backup to come in from CNED. That's exactly what's going on. Has that ult on side, but already knowing the knives are out on the other. Is it worth committing for? Not with the rifle in hand is their way of thinking so far, as 2 members of Foot are backed way out towards spawn here, playing off that longer angle. And potentially a flank coming in on the backside
he's going to step into the alarm bot and the turret. Kiwi's not going to be able to get past that.
He's had to blow it out here. They know exactly where he is. Out comes the ultimate as well. Playing this one from afar. But at this point, round's done and dusted. Running that clock all the way down with the Hunter's Fury in tow. Nothing more to be said.
They're still going to go for it. CNED finds the first kill. Very doable now. With Kiwi a little bit late to the party. CNED finds another. And Sugetsu finishes it off. They have the time. And Na'Vi take the round.
That's twice in the last 24 hours. That's something like, it's done. And then teams, Fnatic and Na'Vi especially, continue to prove me wrong. Massive round coming out there, winning out in the 2 versus 3. Sure, we had Kiwi pop off earlier on, but Na'Vi now have done it twice.
I mean,
back onto
the thing is, even though it's a 3 on 2, right? They knew Kiwi had gone for the flank, so he's not involved. That makes it a 2 on 2. Sova presses R, that's a 2 on 1. So CNED gets isolated fight after isolated fight. By the time Mr. Fallen eventually comes around the corner to trade on in, Sugetsu pulls off the spike and takes that one. Na'Vi win the round, and that was one that Foot had almost stolen away from themselves. Remember, they didn't really have much going into that. They had a really creative split through mid where they pinched into connector and B-Link, a little bit delayed after showing no presence there.
I mean, 20 seconds prior, it was a 1 versus 3 for Sugetsu. CNED was still running over from the B site.
That's tough. The shock dart. Mr. Fallen's been using these shocks just to break utility. Every time they go down B long, he throws a short shock. And then went deeper on the default plant spot. Back on site.
Back up, and all it took was a 5 ultimate round coming out. They only had to use 2 of them, but did have 5 in back pocket for them to get the map over the finish line.
I'm watching to see here with 3 players in main. They get whole cracks off of Art. That's when the lurk can come in from Xiao. Backside though, Fallen takes the first, and this hit has been stalled completely.
Fancy getting quite shallow. Managed to get away with it as well. Almost plants going down, but denied away at the very, very last second.
Oh my god.
But for now, at very least, hold on, and Na'Vi are down a man.
I mean, there's a lurking connector right now. Check out Sugetsu coming in for the backstab straight onto Moj. I mean, the timing there, they gambled 2 players on the lurk, but it means the spike is isolated in sight because the initial hit didn't work out. This round looking really tough to salvage.
Spike
Very
down,
limited
has
utility to play behind as well. Na'Vi are just going to have to force their way through this one. We saw Kiwi pop off with a 4K in the last pistol round at the very start of the game. It was absolutely mega. He's still standing on his feet here.
Oh, he
He's
just
trying
got
to
the
fight
beat.
fast. He's snatched it away, but what else can they do with this? They've got 30 seconds to play with. They're going to try and make a plan happen here, but they've got to hold in and hold. They shall. Down goes the spike, but Kiwi finds two for himself, making it.
Oh, is
Another 4K. The king of the pistol round.
This guy and those pistols, the Ghost again, another 4K. I mean, honestly, that's where Foot have won the majority of the rounds. The pistols and then the conversion on the second, so keep their hopes alive here. Definitely big for them.
Goes gap.
Yeah, it starts the ball rolling for them. You can see actually just they're going all in on this round too with the Spectres. But I don't know. I'm sort of looking at that attack from Na'Vi, and I feel like it was a little bit disjointed just because they only had the 3, and because there is the Astra on the opposite side, the stall of having the pull after the CNED diving into site gets killed. Means the
hard
there,
খেলো
so by
এদের
committing so
কোচটা
many
আবার
players into
চিল্লামিল্লি করবে ঠিক আছে তারপরে হেরে যাবে
relatively equal
Kiwi by hard carry
the advantage there to make it work.
obviously hard
Straight away backing out here, but pulling back on the defensive once they realised there was a little bit of pressure being shown in towards A main. Back in the first half when it was Na'Vi on the defence, it often aggressed in towards A main itself and keep on at bay at least for a short while. So two very different approaches being taken by the two teams so far. I think Fallen's going to miss the Jets. Missed out on CNED here, who could get into a very dangerous position.
But the spam kills to the wall. What is this from Na'Vi? The dart tag doesn't result in a kill either, so all of a sudden, Foot starting to equalize. This round is getting dicey, and the kills do start coming in, but man, a fight put up for a moment there from Na'Vi. Oh God, no.
1 and 2, 1. Can't find the second. Moj on the swing. Finds the third.
I'm getting a little spooked here throughout that entire round. Arrow shots.
I thought you were going to say Scoob at the end, and you didn't.
Scoob, yeah.
You let me down so much.
Hey, I'll work it in a little later and count on that. But Kiwi actually, with all the kills he got,
এরা হেগে দিয়েছে তাই শাও
just the
হেগে
Marshall
দিল
has an operator.
শাও ওই ডোরে ভাইপারকে হেগে দিল
মিডল পিকটা হয়ে গেল ভাইপারের
আরে মিডল পিকটার জন্য মানে ওটা ইজি পিক ছিল ওদিকে তাকায়ও না
Yeah. I mean, he's caught right up CNED as well. 2 kills between the two of them earlier. I think he was down on 12. CNED was just so far clear. Kiwi and these pistols with the Ghost especially.
You say CNED cleared him?
Yes.
You would? Okay.
না প্রেসারও
I don't know. There's always a debate. CNED
Pressure
cleared.
না ভাই 9-5 দিচ্ছে একটা ম্যাচ
Well,
ইওয়ান মানে প্রেসার
I don't think
না ভাই
Kiwi cleared us.
আরে তুই একটা জায়গায় কত ইউজ হয়ে যাচ্ছে তো স্যার
No,
ওরে
we
ভাই
gotta get you up to date
নাইস
on the lingo, I think.
if say someone's clear, you mean they're completely clear of everyone. But I was saying he cleared Kiwi.
Okay, yeah.
Clear on Kiwi. You follow?
I'm following.
It's Boomerlingo. You'll get with it at some
Right,
point.
okay. I'm not gonna waste my
I can't
time.
keep up with you guys. You got to do your best.
All right, so Na'Vi down player. Luckily, it's their redundancy. Catching one and it being Killjoy of all players could give some false info over to Foot, but they're still leaning over with 2 in secret. In a setup like this, you don't even have to like fully overcommit to fights. They can look to maybe spam with sheriff shots on the planter. Here we go. The orb taken from Angel means he can ult to clear the site.
The ult goes straight towards the back as well. Tag down and bounce back for the retrieve later in the round as well. Not bad play coming out there, but really it's all about the plant that has gone down. Showers in hot water and finds himself toast through the wall.
Perfect. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Spam through with the sheriff. Waits for the vulnerability on the suck there too. Plan confirmed. Now CNED pushing on forward, taking a chance, taking a gamble. But Kiwi sits him right down.
ভাই ওই অ্যাঙ্গেলটা প্রচন্ড ভালো
ও ভাই
Will not be stopped since we got back underway. This is feeling very reminiscent of what we saw back on Lotus about an hour or so ago. Kiwi, 3 kills in the round, and with that, I think steps ahead of CNED on kills.
Brilliant stuff there from Foot. I think just
the
operator, but it's Kiwi that finds the pick down long. A couple more on the retake, but really, to me, Ada Captain with just the sheriff finds 2. It was the pull on the Aster Suck too on the planter, which I think was just absolutely perfect from him. And now you can start to see a bit going well for Foot here. They've got an absolute chance with converting that too.
কিরকম একটা আইজার কলকাতা ল্যান্ড ভাই
हाँ भाई छेद
And although it's got the off sides, may not feel too deep for the Knights. Immediately, of course, more for the close range and looking for a draw.
इधर को
Kiwi could yet again be the controller of this round. Not a literal controller, but you get what I mean.
Seems like the default setup from
Navi
has just been Angel throwing that. He loves to play out on his own. Just by instantly shutting down any sort of early push or space held with an operator, he can accomplish a lot. He's also one of the two players with a Guardian here, so seeking out a kill, can't quite find him. He knows there's two on the site and their position, so he's actually going to call up some teammates to try and punish this.
He's trying to do his best Kiwi impression, right? Think back to the last time. 4K, I believe he got with this weapon.
Yep, that was some nasty stuff.
Unbelievable. Navi yet to really wake up, it feels, since we came back into things here in the second half. And
Diamond Lobby তো এই সব পিকে জানিস তো টাপ করে উড়ে যায় এখানে সব দেখছি হাগাহাগি করছে
only an Angel and then being able to take an orb on his own too. That's really high return of investment for just this retrievable util.
এরা কিন্তু পুরো মিড ছে দিচ্ছে এটা দেখছি ওয়ার্ল্ডে পুরো মিড ছে দিচ্ছে
একজন cracks able to escape right there could actually be big. Otherwise he was about to get swarmed on the side.
না ভাই না সিনাইন দেখি মিড পুরো ইয়ে করে খেলে ডমিনেট করে দিচ্ছে
sure enough, a great little link coming out. CNED finds one for himself, so he gets you into the second, but still keeps the team in the 3 versus 3, and that's what makes me nervous.
HP has been chipped at hugely though. Fallen also looking for some chip on the shock darts again, so incredibly low, down to 11 HP. He knows he's going to be in the corner there. Q and Moj team up to retake back through Secret. Here's the first kill from Fallen, the second one as well, but are cruising on the retake. Just CNED.
That's the problem. It's just CNED.
Nice.
In the 1 versus 2.
CNED के साथ मेरा
There's a smoke coming on through. Has to spray here.
No bullets.
Done. He's going to have to come in for this one and spray it down. Finds himself one. Kiwi versus CNED. Who comes out on top? It's going to be CNED. Of course it is.
Yeah,
a massive clutch.
Bye.
yeah baby
পুরো চোখ
Okay, CNED.
দুজনকে পুশ করে যাচ্ছিল
I mean, clutching it up at the end.
Now would you say he clears him?
I mean, he did right then. I would say in general that would be a fair statement to make, but I leave it up to the chatters to debate. That round though was all CNED at the end. I mean, my God, Navi at one point it was a 3 versus 5, but they trade those kills out fairly quickly. Then continue to move along. So Navi return again with the same setup here. Just Angel gonna throw that flash for himself. Actually taking a little bit slower this time around, gonna break the dart, then
9-7 হয়ে গেলে নিশ্চয় পুরো ইকোনমিটা
probably end up
হয়ে যেত
grabbing
ভাই
the orb.
ওদের
But you can see what it means
পুরো
for
ইকোনমিটা
Kiwi.
চলে
He
যেত
can't actually step forward and play off the dart or look to go for an early peek with the off. Instead has to
অফ করছে
build to a
সিনেট
slightly more passive
এটাকে অফ
angle.
করছে ভাই
Frankly, Angel
বুদা তো
hasn't
আছে
been creeping out there for a little bit of time.
I got you.
Not lose this round though, they are completely broke. Sure, they're cleaning two of these ults that are all coming online, but you could say the same about Navi. They've got 3 on side. Zipan's about to get his as well. So these next 2-3 rounds are just going to be the constant back and forth of ultimate utility.
CNED with an operator down belong hasn't crossed yet. They could throw just a pullback start from the Astra to get him back to the sun. Him spotting up the jump peak backside. If he kills that Astra, a lot of the stall is going to be removed. They're waiting to Dizimon in.
কতক্ষণ বাকি 47 seconds বাকি পুশ করতেই হবে না তো টাইম থাকে
I've loved the ways that he's made use of his abilities this game so far, Angel, to give him credit, even including the ultimate as well. Last second bouncing back towards him.
Look at the time, it's down to 30 seconds. A lot of players here ready to stall. The Dizzy should be back again, so here comes all the util in the site, but they have to win this out convincingly. If Dizzy falls, the round might just be over.
They've still got Shao's ult on side if they want to make use of it at the same time as well, but of course in goes Little Bro. That plan was almost going down. It got cancelled at the very last second, which means it's going to have to come down to the frags. There's only 10 seconds on side, and there are 4 players here as well. The desperation all coming out as well. Going in for the plan as they step on through. The swing comes on in, but they can see absolutely nothing. Spike goes down, but Shao's left in 1 versus 4. And that feels a little too much to ask. Got the ult to play behind as well, and there's just nothing he can do
just
here.
a full defuse. He can't even hear the spike being tapped. Time's out. Yeah, he finds the one, but now has to escape with the rifle. Carry it on over. Na'Vi just working too much against the clock. And this is a classic Na'Vi style in a way where they sort of wait a lot of the time. It has been about playing for Angel to get the orb, but because I think you know, CNED and the rest of the team hadn't really peaked down long. They waited for the entire team to get there. Then they have very little time to explode because Dizzy was sent out in 40 seconds in this block after a tree against the block after a tree. Again, they're looking to repop that around 5. That's when they're actually getting there. So if little bro dies,
পোস্ট প্ল্যান্টের জন্য রেখে দিয়েছে
ওই তো পোস্ট প্ল্যান্টে তোর ন্যাস্ট্রা প্রচন্ড পাওয়ারফুল ভাই স্প্যাম করতে পারবি না বেসিক্যালি
Yeah, 4 rifles coming out for the side of Navi. And the players really broke from this round, but that 5th one that was missing, it's because he got the ult online. He wants that up in the next round, I'd imagine. For a second thought he was going to say, but for maybe he's changed his mind with the spend that he's gone for.
Angel next round is going to have that ulti. Which seemed to be really good. They used it over towards the A side just to clear out the close angles, bring it back, and then also pop it again for the post plant. Again, though, clock winding down to a minute. No real space taken, but they're going to challenge down near bottom mid. Of course, this one-way goes down, and there's full gas on that, so it's going to be up for quite some time. If anyone tries to run through it, that instantly turns into a grab well on the ground. I mean, just the utility flooding on in here. Zipan was trying to pop the ulti so they could blitz past the one-way, but the stall util came in time.
That's one ultimate air quotes wasted, really. Practice the second one comes in. Can you smell it? It's smelling like the collapse of Na'Vi. 3 gone in the round. And Foot move on to within touching distance. 2 rounds to go. And both teams will be on the same scoreline.
Two different ways you can approach.
Nice round.
Na'Vi played very patiently throughout. A lot of it is just Angel seeing what he can get done on an extremity. And there's 2 ways to punish that. Either you look for early sort of start of round aggressive moves where you're trying to catch out and punish the solo player, the duo player, because Na'Vi again spread the map a whole lot. Or you can play cautiously and not give them fights. Right? Like, when was the last time Foot actually sought out a fight early in the round? I can't remember actually seeing that. They play very passive angles. They're jump peeking. Maybe there's an op holding, but even the op is holding more passive angle a lot of the time. So Na'Vi, yeah, they're getting an orb A main every single round. Uncontested. That's great.
There's a 1-by-1
really starting at 1 minute or less than the clock. Then the fights are coming in. Krax gets first blood in 50 seconds, and he's playing in connector. He's not giving anything over for free to Na'Vi, so they can just win out individually. No, they're stepping into angles that Foot feel very strong on.
I think we've seen both teams with relatively similar strong points across the map as well. You look back to Lotus, Na'Vi on the defensive side. Foot would blitz forward and still speed and pace behind them. Get the spike down and Na'Vi's retakes would be exemplary. You're seeing exactly the same on this map except for Foot. They're on the defense and they're playing these retakes wonderfully. And Na'Vi look a little bit out of ideas. That's no doubt why that timeout came in just now. Timeout, the script is following the previous map. The difference here being Na'Vi aren't particularly high on economy. They've only got a couple of ults to play with. And if you look on the side of Foot, there are 3 ready to roll.
Oh yeah. Moj not actually committing the Viper ult so soon. Kiwi tracks CNED down, finds it, and actually retreats all the way back up to heaven. Moj gets to slam the pit on site as well, but they managed to work up so quickly. The change of pace is perfect, but Footer's still finding all the kills.
Yes, great use of Dizzy there as well to really open things up, but they put down Wingman, which means that wasn't going down anymore. Charles going to have to take that up, but Kiwi, the overseer from on high, just deleting the members of Na'Vi. Sure, they've got the spike down, but it's a 5 versus 2, and it is a lot to ask for from this Na'Vi side. Make it 1 left. Kiwi, he must have heard what I said earlier on. Casino is definitely not gapping him anymore. Motion to the next. It's another flawless round coming out for Foot.
Kiwi just taking every single one of those fights. First kill on CNED, a little bit tricky. Managed to find him, and then after that, perfect as well.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah, just 1 round separating them after Na'Vi show us that huge change of pace. Now, is it something similar? I think it's a full A commit with the lockdown. That's my guess. There is also a world where they save the lockdown for the post plant. I think that's something that's sometimes slept on. It's so strong to clear a site. Oftentimes there are still angles deep on a site where you can still continue playing. So if they wanted to use Angels ultimate instead of the lockdown, they can use that as the first cycle, pick that up with the lockdown afterwards, and then re-push for control.
আরে তো কি হচ্ছে ওটা ইজি ভাই ওটা অপারেটরে যথেষ্ট ইজি
Foot, have they pushed mid a single time? No. Look where they play. They play back. The op is going to be the only one fighting early. They have the drone that sees nothing, so this actually convinces Fallen to step forward. That could be a problem for him.
Comes the order as well. Detain landing on towards.
He's going to have out of time, though.
There's no one really there to capitalize on. Oh, there we go. Finally, they chase him. They chase him down. Give him no recourse, no way out. It's a good use of their ultimate to capitalize. They found two. The thing is, I've seen Foot win so many rounds now from another disadvantage. I don't think they're even scared of this one. It's Cracks holding up nice and close, waiting for the step forward to come in. And there we go. Two come back the other way real quick. Ult comes out once again, but doesn't find the man they need. What did I say? They keep on winning these numbers. Disadvantages. Angels all alone. They've done it again.
হয়ে গেছে হয়ে গেছে ভাই আমার আরেকটা ম্যাচ চাই ভাই দুটো নতুন ম্যাচ হয়েছে একটা লোটাস হয়েছে একটা পল হয়েছে এটা অ্যাসেন্ট দেখতে চাই ভাই
এরপরে অ্যাসেন্ট আছে নাকি ডিসাইডেড কোন
যাই না
only allowing one here
উপরে লেখা দেখা দাঁড়ি এটা
ridiculous performance from Foot and make no mistake like there was ice put out. We had a long break after that 9-3 on the half. But since then, Foot have just been completely different. Na'Vi a bit scattered on the
match.
Even when they find the openers there, it doesn't matter for backside Cracks and Moj. It's unbeatable.
আমি বলছি শোন যেরকম এগোচ্ছে তাতে ওভারটাইম হবে
I said it in the moment, but a 4 versus 2 and you still couldn't count Foot out.
Oh yeah, and that was the round where Foot extended a little bit too far the first time. He doesn't see anything in A-main, so he's like, oh, I have a chance to push forward here. He gets punished. Na'Vi did everything right up until the critical moment. On the retake, when everything fell apart for them. Now, gonna work past this smoke. Dashing across to break the crosshair. Actually, flash zip in. Damage in backside here.
Still sat in the same spot. Cracks is going to try and do what he can, realises he has to stop firing, else this life is forfeit.
There's still a lockdown in the post lane. This is going to be huge. It buys them so much time, but not if Fallen wins the fight before they have a chance to pop it.
That's the point. They've got to be popping it around about now, really. This is going to be too late. Finally, it comes out here as well. Making use of Dizzy that finds absolutely nothing. Shot out of the sky, a bit of clay pigeon shooting on the go.
Wow, they're taking their time. They have the numbers 5-on-4. Angel very low. So the clock ticks down and Angel's going to take a forward position, but he can't win the fight.
CNED tried all that he could there to try and find something, but nothing was to be found at all.
Oh, look at all the smokes.
And this is the problem. The Viper's pit was on side. We clocked it earlier on. It's back on here, and they're trying to make it happen. So he gets who comes in, finds two, Angel another, but it's again the fight back from the other side. And Cracks is found two, but can do nothing. Na'Vi! They managed to drag something back, but my God, was it close!
Just chaos on the side of Cosmic Divide! Who's that jumping forward to Shorty? I couldn't even tell with everything going down.
momentum shift হবে না এটা
momentum shift হবে না বোকা abilities গুলো দেখতে হয়
Just obscene that Na'Vi take that one.
alt গুলো দেখ ঠিক আছে কার কার কি alt আছে অপোনেন্টের কি আছে নাভির কি আছে ইয়ার কি আছে দেখলেই বুঝো
আরে ভাইপার alt কি আছে ভাইপার
আরে ধর ভাইপার যেদিকে খুশি যাক না কেন কেজে alt থাকলে ভাই একটা আলাদা কেজে alt একটা আলাদা মানে টাইম থাকে
you can see the chaos is the diffuse was trying
কেজে alt সবথেকে স্ট্রংগেস্ট alt
then he pulls off because the spam was coming in he got nicked just a little bit so he jumped off there and because it wasn't half there was no chance for Cracks even after he got the kills.
Foot calling it a timeout too. That's the first round they've lost.
10 seconds, sorry, 9.5 seconds.
And they're gonna notice. How did we get punished there?
Why 10 seconds ही धोरे?
Obviously, but okay. 3 players worked in through art.
সঙ্গে এদিক ওদিক আরো 2-3 সেকেন্ড থাকে নড়াচড়া ঠিক আছে?
The Gecko mosh pit that slammed back to there was a flash that actually caught out Cracks. That I'm not even sure if that was a Na'Vi flash. Maybe Cracks was trying to flash himself in. An Na'Vi flash. Maybe Cracks was trying to flash himself in, and it ticked him in the corner or something. And of course, CNED just dashing across art. The only one that was really holding that angle was Ada Captain. So maybe their art is a little bit exposed and they're gonna have to fight more for it. So if you look at what they're doing on the minimap, this is really clever, right? Kiwi trying to post up now inside of art with the operator. They know a lot of the early util scouting from Na'Vi has been around mid, but not so much into art. They've been contacting in. As a matter of fact, he has a chance to catch them if they try to do some similar shenanigans.
সুইগেট আগে কোন টিমে জানো ভুলে যাচ্ছি ভাই
legendary player exactly the same scoreline. It really comes down to a couple of critical rounds from either of
This
them.
is wild. I was shocked to see Kiwi actually peek mid, shows that there's not there, and breaks the turret in window. But he reads that Navi pivot B, off the south, there's an operator over towards A, so he's going to be here in time. They've got the Viper wall.
No.
Just stall from
FPS,
to play with the volleys too. He's going to push off and he takes down Angel.
Such aggression being shown, and it pays off for them wonderfully. Unplayable at the moment, cannot be stopped no matter where he seems to be. Stepping their way forward, trying to look in here for a plant, and get away with it. Ready for any potential swing out, and there is none. Navi once again get the spike down.
Zipan trying to flash through the smoke back here, but that's another critical piece of utility wasted. Foot on the retake with five players absolutely ready to flood out from CT. They go into the back, but CNED finds the first, turns around the corner for the second. Navi are cruising.
But it's back to the 3 versus 3, and once again it's an absolute slaughter coming out from Foot. Shao left standing. Do it. Get out of sight.
Unreal, the pivot there.
Nice.
And CNED swings deep towards the back site there, coming around the corner for 2 kills.
Nice.
It's Kiwi and the rest of Foot pinching on both sides. Kiwi slams the knives, goes up and around to stab them in the back with the Blade Storm. Instantly tying things up. Navi are broke.
Oh my.
Around
we really thought, looking at how that first half went, this will be over in 2, but looks like on Lotus.
without ult,
they course correct coming into Pearl. And this second half has been absolutely spectacular. They know the second place for the players is still up for grabs.
Otherwise, observer
get themselves into second space, get the better seeding. And with a result like this, assuming they can get over the finish line.
Wow, CNED
takes the orb there to get the knives. Trying to maybe win this round by some miracle. He's gonna updraft here as well. Looking for a feedback secret. Does he see anyone? No! Heartbreak. 2 players inches away from finding their
Unreal!
It's the first. I'll always come back to what I've been saying all night long. Do not count Foot out.
Still patience from Navi. Down to 50 seconds. Working the clock and Zipan through the wall, through the doors. It is now a 5-on-3. No rifles have been recovered. It is still the CNED show, working down long. The only one to stand in their way, Kiwi. And he's going to look for an early pick.
We have said 5v3 so many times. It's not going to be. I'm going to fall apart and say it one more time. Across comes Wingman, taken out, so that can't sit with it, know exactly where he is, drops smoke, it's a what's happening? They miss everything! It's a 1-for-1! It's CNED ultimately coming out on top as Crack steps in. They've still got the bigger rifles, so they're trading over and knocking on CNED once again, but he's got to be able to find someone. Up in heaven, there's one posted down a little bit lower. Shao holding nice and close here, knows exactly what's headed his way. Yet again, a 2 versus 2 in the post plant. We've been here before.
CNED has an op down long, trained on the spike.
It's the place to be. And they're pushing in for him at this point, they know. Going in for the peak, almost gets wallbanged out of it as well. Shao rounding 1, but he misses the critical shots! CNED gets 1, it's a 1 versus 1!
Nice.
And CNED finds the 4K with the retrieved op! Navi once again in striking distance. What is this game?
Does it all. The man cannot be stopped. Oh my God.
CNED and Kiwi are both 30 and 13. They will not be separated.
Ridiculous. Now Foot with the backs against the walls. After CNED finds just the pixel on the shot with the knives, then dancing around with the operator on 23 HP. Just a breeze would have knocked him over. Now Navi, what do they return to?
Oh man.
CNED still has the operator. He may decide both have got ops. Yeah, he's the battle. He's going to challenge down P-Long, I believe. That's where it's going to turn into.
This 1v1 arguably the defining moment of this game. That's all you're really going to see in the round. So Getsu,
pressure into Art to try and pull players off of B. Navi so patient, not actually peeking down long until they can force the rotations. You can see they haven't actually worked in it. They're going to realize the knife clears into Art. Now practice calling. They haven't scaled just yet. It is unclear what the play is from Navi. And they've spent the first 40 seconds of the round just Art show for it.
CNED's got to be so careful though. He gets the cross. But these two in the 1 versus 1, this is the critical moment.
100% out from backside. Angel picked up the ultimate, so he can cast that again to try and clear down into Link. Oh, he sees the shoulder! Sees him, takes him down 5-4. Here comes the pivot from Na'Vi. Only one player stuck on site of it. Most versus the world.
The pace of the rotate over here, as you say, it's one man left alone.
Sined is just
Little to do. He's got the rifle. But I don't think it's going to fully stop the onslaught of Na'Vi. Finds one for himself, all burned out by Xiao into a second. Na'Vi have got the 4v2. Again, we've been here before. They get the spray through the smoke. Managed to get it down as well. They can get back on it once again and try and make this happen. They've got to win the long range. The flash came through. He backs away and keeps himself stood up. Still in the 4 versus 2. And it's on these last 2 players to make magic happen.
No one backside. 2 players on Link they have to go past. CNED playing so aggressively with that. They are not ready for this. The gun has been spotted. The pinch is on the way. Fallen takes 1, but he goes straight into 2 players. It is Zipan to finish. 13-11. And in the critical 1 versus 1.
Jade बेड़ी कैसे opponent ता उठेगा इसमें down बेड़ी.
In the final round to kick it off. It is CNED.
ये थे क्या बोला गया QE dead माने.
That probably is one of the most intense second maps that I think we've seen all stage long. And we've had some close maps. But just the potential comeback. What this game
আমি বলবো যে QE ছেড়ে কোন একটা ভালো টিম QE কে রিক্রুট
should
করে
put
দিই.
down and say no. You stay down there, we hold on to second place.
Na'Vi secure. Wow. With the dream vote match against Fnatic next week, I believe. And heartbreaking for Foot. After the long pause at halftime, they put up
CNED is legend,
one of the strongest defenses I have seen. And the only way they lose,
CNED
the only way it happens, CNED knives on 11-11 and CNED off on 12-11. It just slips away into the end.
I've got to give it to them both. CNED and Kiwi, that map was just
experience
both
quick replay ta
We spoke about Kiwis in both of the pistol rounds. We saw 4Ks coming out of him, absolutely popping off. But it seems when it mattered most, that's when CNED reappeared and reasserted his dominance. One of my favourite games again I think we've seen all season long.
It had a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
A lot of suspense. Actually, like maybe too much suspense.
every round was like, my God, stop!
Oh no, I was going with there was a long suspense in the middle.
Oh yeah, that suspense. Yeah,
an intermission perhaps.
The suspense between rounds for me because they were just staying unrivaled the whole way through.
It works on every single level.
It wasn't like it was a 9-round slalom comeback. It was once you got to 10-10. It was round for round. Teams were broken. Na'Vi still managed to win things back, as you commented, with the knives. It was just madness.
Yeah, you know what? You're right, though. In the first half especially, like so many rounds decided by...
just a swing at the end.
Oh, yeah. I think this easily could have been a Foot map. And they showed something on the defense. A really good way of dealing with the Na'Vi playstyle. Giving up ult control A main, sure. Why not? Doesn't matter. They're just playing to kill little bro as it goes in. But at the end of the day, eventually, CNED got active with it, stole away the operator from
key angle chilo, right?
And there. It's not a fair fight. Sees the shoulder and takes it down.
Just ludicrous. Honestly ludicrous. Foot will be heartbroken after that, but I think you got to be proud of the performance and everything else as well. Really putting on a show, and now they are not an easy team to beat. But that's all from us today. Let's go down to Yinsu.
Jag är 12 år gammal.
Thank you very much, Ender and Des. That's right, I'm joined by Doombros right